Welcome back to the garage, everybody. Got some exhaust parts in for the old blue Willys project, so that's what we're going to be working on today. Finally get to check that Y-pipe fabrication off our list. So yeah, old blue Willys, and there's a bunch of exhaust parts over there, and then I guess I need some more light. Light! Let there be light! Anyways. So what we did today was fabricate the driver's and passenger side Y-pipe. Previously, we had 3D printed a bunch of these magic, I call them exhaust Legos, trademark infringement, I don't know. But anyways, these are super handy. I have a 3D printer, so why not make life easy and make these? This is actually some of the parts. You can see that we're pulled out in one piece. This is the passenger side downpipe, just to where it goes around the oil pan. And you can see maybe some of these markings I made to try and track the clocking of the rotation of the bends. And I found that I could take a, let's see here. I could take a set of calipers and I could measure between, I have a ridge on these that's basically like the spline of the bend on the inside and the outside. And so I could measure from those two points, and then I could transfer that measurement to the tubing that was marked the same way to help deal with the clocking of the parts. And so I basically documented a lot of that on the bends with this kind of roadmap for everything when I was buying bends. And then this is what I needed to cut. So I printed up a couple cheater devices that let me mark and cut the tubing for bending. These is every 15 degrees, and that matches what these are per segment. So that makes that pretty easy. This one was just for doing straights and trying to be able to check the end that it was in plane and not slightly angled. So after the cuts, because my saw cuts fairly straight, but not super straight. I mean, it is just a Harbor Freight 4x6 bandsaw. Lifesaver, but it's not perfect. So once we got that done, then basically I did the driver's side first, and I'll show you both of them because they're both under there now. But anyways, we'll go for a ride underneath the Jeep here. Okay. So you can see this is basically the Y merge that we were going to as a goal. And so basically this was the end point, and then we had the headers up here. And so then we basically just needed to connect those and get around everything, go under the oil pan, around, back. We had to miss the oil filter so you could still get your tool up in there to work on the oil filter. You can see the driver's side one up in here. And so basically just worked through this process and got those all tacked up, mocked up, both sides. And so that is done. These do come out. You have to take this one out first, which is the passenger side. And basically you just loosen up the V-band clamp. It rotates down this way, and then you can wiggle it off out of the slip collector at the merge. And then this one can come off. The driver's side comes off second. But they do come off in one piece so far. So that's all that. I'm very happy. I am going to add I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, hi. How you doing? Oh, that's really bright. Maybe better? Not better? I don't know. Anyways, you can see I am going to add here. There is a little boss on the block, and so I want to add a little bracket that goes from here to the exhaust, just to hold this. It is pretty darn close to the block, and I don't want it rattling or anything. I don't think it would actually right now, but good insurance. So I need to add that before I pull it back out for final welding tomorrow. Whoa, hey, that's not flattering at all. I swear, I'm on a diet. Anyways, okay. Get you guys back out here. Okay, so the other thing was yesterday was kind of admin parts ordering day because I was waiting for the exhaust parts to show up. But I did go through and I redid the board again and added a bunch of stuff. I won't bore you with the details on everything yet, but I'm sure here, I'll let you, if you want to pause it and read all my scribbly notes, you can now. Okay, so the list has expanded so that I have, basically this is miscellaneous. Is that what I'm pointing at? I have no idea how this works in the camera. Yes, okay, so this is the miscellaneous list. And this is all like the daily tasks that I can do to fill in the gaps while parts come in, while I order parts, while I research parts, cutting off the top of my head there, and all those kind of things. This is kind of research stuff and just notes in general. And then this is kind of either bigger stuff, question marks, and some shopping stuff. Some of this and some of this goes together, but basically if I'm, you know, burned out on one thing or need something to do and I don't want to think about it, I can just go through this list really quick and that gets my brain working and I can do a little task. So for example, this was the exhaust Y pipe fab and weld. Well, I got the fab done. I'm calling that done because I really want to cross it off and that's super satisfying. So cross that off. And then tomorrow I will pull those out and final weld everything. But yes, so list of stuff to do. And see if we got everything else through. I have crossed off some stuff. I did order the front drive shaft from Tom Woods. It's one of the small 1.25 inch versions. I did order the power steering pump. I got a GM kind of later model Hydro Boost pump. They're supposed to be kind of the better P pump from the factory and I can hot rod from theirs. I did get my smaller pulley ordered and actually it came in. It is right here. Needs a little cleanup. I think you can only get these used now. Ooh, that's noisy. This is a 141005997NU. So this is off of like some GM car. This is the same one I used on the LX45, but it is much smaller and therefore spins the pump faster than the stock pump. So when I pull that out, because the return line got all bent up at some point and wasn't me. And so I can pull that assembly out. I will put on the new pump and then I will put on this pulley and then I will do the belt to match that. So, so the belt, yep, we got that. Still have to get everything mocked up with the pulley first. Let's see here. So most of this is needed to do, yeah, so that's mostly shopping, admin stuff, other than we need the belt, but we got to do the power steering pump pulley first. Still have, big question is the 4.3 GM harness and computer. I'm still fighting that. I'm just out of space. And so I don't really want to mount it in the cabin space that bad. So I'm looking for a smaller computer option. And I think I could mount it here. Maybe, I don't know. Something fit right there. I don't know. That seems computer sized to me. appropriate computer sized. And then the wires could just be right on the engine, be really short. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm looking for a small GM computer, maybe one of those MEFI 3 systems like they did on the Marine 4.3s, something like that. So I did finally order the flywheel bolts. Not that that matters, but that was actually, those are really hard to find, or not necessarily hard to find, but expensive. They're like $4 a piece. They're weird, shallow head flange bolts that are fine thread 7/16. But anyways, got some of those coming finally. I haven't been to the parts house yet, so I haven't had to really order a battery yet, but that's not super important, just something I can do. Got some steering stuff coming up shortly. Still got some shopping to do on brakes, front brakes. I'm still looking at options. I do want to do a center console with some cup holders. I do need to find some nice compact wiper motors. But yeah, so, I mean, there's a long list, but that's a big one to cross off. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm happy how that exhaust turned out. And I'm pretty happy with the front drive shaft clearance. That's one of the reasons why I ordered the front drive shaft, was to do a final test on that. I think worst case, I could dent or flatten the Y pipe in that area a little bit. This is a 2-inch mandrel bent Y pipe. So for a 4.3, that is plenty of airflow. So if I have to dent that slightly to give a little bit more clearance, that won't be the end of the world. So yeah, if you have any questions, drop a comment below. And I'm not going to be selling the 3D printed exhaust parts on the website or anything, but if you are doing a project like this and you think that could help you, please reach out, let me know, and I could probably work something out and help you. So just contact me directly for that. info@brennans-garage.com. And be sure to check out the website too, brennans-garage.com. And if you like this kind of stuff, and if you like this video and kind of what I'm showing, definitely give it a thumbs up. It helps a ton in the YouTube land stuff. And if you want to be notified when I do new videos, definitely subscribe to the channel, and there's a bell that lets you know when new videos come up. So anyways, thanks for following along with the Old Blue Willys project, and we'll catch you on the next one.